Well, good morning and happy Father's Day to everyone. I hope you're doing really, really well. I hope you have your coffee. We're going to make this a little bit quicker than the normal comic book look ahead just because it is Father's Day. And I bet some people have some places to go, people to see, phone calls to make, things like that. And yeah, so let's get rocking in here real quick. I know we have a couple early birds in here. I just want to say hello to those folks real quick. We have Chamorro Cinema. What's going on, Manny? Thanks for coming in. Happy Father's Day, brother. Appreciate you. Big Herm, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. We need to catch up, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've been able to catch up. James Station, man, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Happy Father's Day. Indeed. Indeed. Thank you all very, very much. So let's get into it. No show and tell today. I have a whole bunch of boxes I'm going to be unboxing live at some point, one of these Sundays coming up in a little bit. So we are going to tackle all that at the same time in one little live, just a random one coming up in the next few weeks, probably on a Sunday. No rush, 5-hour show. Let's go. Indeed. Indeed. So we are going to go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to jump right into it. We're going to look at what books are coming out in July 2022, and we always use League of Comic Geeks because I feel like it's the best website to showcase what's coming out. Is it perfect? No. Are any of them perfect? Absolutely not. But we are going to make do with what we have. So League of Comic Geeks, I actually have a whole video describing how to use this, what it's used for, setting up pull lists, looking far in advance, organizing your collection, things like that. So Nick has a YouTube channel. I know. One day you'll migrate over to IG. When you do, the world's going to explode. So I can't wait for you to make that transition yourself. And happy Father's Day and happy belated birthday as well, man. You are awesome. Billy, what's going on, dude? Doing those deadlifts. I have my weights around here somewhere. I need to start pumping iron while I'm doing this. Taqi, what's going on, brother? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Sal, thanks for coming in. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Indeed. Indeed. Thanks for coming in, guys. I know it's a really weird morning to do a stream, but I thought I'd go ahead and knock this one out and touch base with you all, see how you're doing. So let's get into it. We're going to look over in July. Again, League of Comic Geeks. You can click up here in this new comics section on the far left. You can click on your new comics week. You can navigate different months right here. We're going to go to July 6th, and we're going to see what's coming out. Again, to be a little bit oriented as to what these different buttons mean. Anything with a green dot are comics that I have on my pull list. If there's no green dots or anything, that means it's not on my pull list. Although, let me go ahead and put these variant covers on, because then you can see the variants that I have chosen as well. Manny Reeds, what's going on, dude? Thanks for coming in. Good morning. Happy Father's Day. Glad you can make it in. Everyone's showing some love. That's awesome. All right, let's get into it. So there's a new one out from AWA called Absolution Number 1. Diodato is on this, and I think it's a Peter Milligan book as well. It is. So I'm going to take a chance on this, see what it's all about. Interesting premise. AWA is making some decent stuff. I do like that. Creative teams should be a given at this point, I believe. Peter Milligan's a little bit hit or miss for me. Mike Diodato is really great. So we are going to jump into Absolution Number 1. I have this ASM number 5 variant right here just because I think it looks the best of all of them. It's a pretty decent run so far, but I haven't really gotten into the cover A's though, if I remember correctly. So yeah, we're going to get that variant number right there, the variant number 5. That should be pretty interesting. What else is coming out? Astronaut Down, Avengers Forever. I'm not going to be really going over a whole lot of spec unless I just know it's something interesting. So if you have any spec buys or anything like that, let's go in there. Comixology, question mark. I don't know. You tell me. Yes, indeed. Happy belated birthday on here. All right, we have Basilisk. Anybody still reading this? I read the first volume, did not pick up the second volume and went forward with that. But some of the covers are always pretty cool. These are always interesting covers. I think one of the biggest books of that week is going to be Batman 125. We have the new creative team. We have Chip Zdarsky and we have Jorge Armendez on this. And I love that cover A, just with that Robin overlay with the cape and everything right across the bat symbol. I think that's great. Cover A looks great, I think. New era begins, it says. And we have Maury on there as well on the color. Lots of variant covers. I do like this Jock 1 in 50. Of course, it's a 1 in 50 though, so it's not going to be really touchable for a lot of people. I also did like this one. This was a pretty interesting cover too, with all the different bats and whatnot on it. I thought that was neat. Any other covers you want to highlight? There's some exclusive variants as well. Down through here, looks like we have some Catwoman things. But whenever we have a new creative team, I like to stick to cover A like this, just because it's kind of a landmark issue, and I kind of want to keep it original when it comes to that. Pro tip for the comic geeks: never click on the book if you're looking in advance. If you're looking at a future week, always open as a new tab, or you can usually hit your little center mouse wheel button and it will open a separate tab, and then you can close that tab to maintain where you are. So a little pro tip out of there. Dropped out of Basilisk after issue number 3. Yeah, I can see that. Basilisk had an interesting premise. I liked the beginning sections of those books. They had a different art style, like a real crazy art style. The overall story just kind of wore on me after a while. We don't spec here. At least we don't talk about it as much. Still reading Basilisk, Manny says. I see potential, but slow for sure. Yeah, I understand that, Manny. Yep. Nick, Betty and Veronica swimsuit will change your life. All right. I'll take your word for it there. All right, let's keep going. Lots of Batman covers, so we're going to have to dive through all these different ones. Neo Zero number 4, or Neo Year rather, number 4. Batman Killing Time number 5. Whew. Making my way through that one. We'll see. It's only 6 issues, so we're gonna keep going. And it has great points to it. That Tom King Killing Time book. It has some interesting concepts, but like, I don't know. It kind of wears me down just a little bit. Just a little bit. There's just a lot of Batman going on right now, so you have to pick and choose which kind of Batman you're consuming here. Behemoth number 1 from Scout Comics. That one was not on my radar. That's a Black Craven book, so we might have to take a look at that at some point. All right, what do we have? Here's all those Betty and Veronica ones. Yep. We have Black Adam as well. This is the Justice Society Files Hawkman number 1, so it's gonna be all over the place. That one looks like The Rock on here. Does anybody know if this is gonna be like a lead-in to the movie or something like that? There's got to be some of those, right? I think I heard there's gonna be a couple comics leading into the movie, but if you guys have confirmation on that, can you put it in the chat? Because I want to make sure that I'm understanding correctly what's going on there. I'm not a big Black Adam fan. I don't know anything about him. So going into the movie, I hear he's like an anti-hero kind of a thing. I don't know anything about his history. That whole Justice Society and everything, that's a little bit beyond me. Haven't had an opportunity to catch up and know about all that kind of stuff. So I'll be interested to dive into that stuff as it comes out. So we have Black Panther. We have some variants on here. We're going to be starting getting all these Hellfire Gala variants. They started at least last week, maybe 1 or 2 before that. We had that Wolverine 22 with X23 on it, that yellow background. That was really awesome. So you're going to start seeing more and more of these Hellfire variants coming out. So be on the lookout to that if you're into that kind of a thing. Let's see. I'm liking Batman Long Night books. Yep. I don't think I've ever gotten into Long Night. Batman Fortress was god awful. I think we all could have told you that, probably. Rock doesn't even know anything about Black Adam. Hey, then me and him got something in common. That's the only thing we have in common besides our slowness, right? Station, everyone. Eric, thanks for coming in, dude. Good morning. Happy Father's Day. Thank you for coming in, for sure. Okay, let's keep rocking, because I did say this was going to be a little bit faster video this week, because we all got places to be. Sentinel Liberty Captain America number 2. I did enjoy number 1. It was probably like in the top 5. I can't remember exactly where I laid it on my little graphic. I did enjoy it. It wasn't super original, and the art kind of had me bummed out a little bit from time to time, but I did like the flavor it was bringing, and that overall there's some kind of secret society that's kind of showing Captain America perhaps the truth about the origin of whatever, his concept or something like that. So we're going to get more into that in Sentinel of Liberty. I would imagine if you're a long-term Cap fan and you've read tons and tons of his comics, that concept has snuck up pretty frequently, I would imagine, because it's not really a hard concept to get to or to think about. And so, it's new to me. So when I read it, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I can see how it would be an older concept they're kind of reimagining as the time goes. Carnage number 4, the better symbiote book over Venom for sure, in my opinion. We have Rom on here. The art is even better. I'm not a big Brian Hitch fan, but Mana, whatever this guy's name is, he's doing a really, really good job. And so I've been digging that. It is kind of like a horror book. He's hunting down other supervillains, stealing their powers, trying to evolve the symbiote, trying to evolve the Carnage symbiote. Was it good? Yeah. Yep. We just talked about it. It wasn't bad. How about that? It wasn't bad. I liked it way more than the previous Captain America, the Sam Wilson-centric one. And maybe that's just like the nostalgia, the nostalgia in it. It did kind of play to the heartstrings a little bit. So there you go. Yeah, we have our Nakayama variants. Clobber in Time #1. I like that Smallwood art. It's really great. Human Target comes back in a few months. I think it comes back in August, if I'm not mistaken. So whenever I see Smallwood art, I always get a little bit excited about Human Target. I think it's issue 7 or something like that. And I do like that run. That's a pretty fun run. I don't care if it plays around with, the characters a little bit and everything. Again, I have no dog in that fight, so I don't really care what they do. As long as it's creative and it's a fun story, I'm down for whatever. Closet #2, another interesting book. James Tynion, that was a Substack exclusive. #2 is coming out soon. I did read #2 and 3, but it's been a long time since I read them. I read them on Substack. I got to go back and read them because I just remember the basics of the story at this point. It's been a couple months, if I'm not mistaken, since I read that book. Dark Crisis #2. We'll see if anybody cares about that and where that actually goes. The lead-ins and Dark Crisis 1 didn't blow me away, so we'll see what they can do in Dark Crisis #2. DC Vampires #7. I actually enjoy this one. It's not as good as Deceased, I would say, but it's still fun, in my opinion. Again, I don't care what they do with these characters. As long as it's fun and creative and it makes me want to get the next issue, that's all I can ask for. And the art's been fun so far. I do like this cover. This cover is pretty cool. We have all the vampires in the back. Yep, we have Oliver, Supergirl. They're all getting ready to go to battle. It's pretty cool. So I have been enjoying that one. Is it insanely good? No, but it's still enjoyable, and I like picking them up. Brian, what's going on, dude? Station, thank you for coming in. Good morning and happy Father's Day. Thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate the support every week as well. All the comments you're leaving on the videos and things like that. So thanks again, man. Appreciate you. We have lots of Dynamite covers. Dynamite Never Dies, #5. Of course, we're going to have lots of cosplay variants and all that stuff. If you're into that, go check it out. It will be there. Firepower, #22, a series that has been picking up a little bit since the break. It came back off a break, I think back in March, if I'm not mistaken. And then each issue after that was kind of catching you up. And then the last issue was really pushing it forward. So I'm back on the hype train for Firepower. I always enjoy that. For 22 issues in, still a strong series. It's never really a disappointing series, and it's never a series that just blows you away. It's just an even, consistent issue to issue, which I do appreciate. Doctor Who. I'm not really reading any Doctor. Who's reading Doctor Who comics? Still right here. Anybody? Dead Box has been deleted for forever. Yeah, wasn't there a second issue or a first issue? Did we pass the Dead Box? Up here somewhere. Yeah, Dead Box #3. You're right. Yeah, I remember there being 1 or 2 issues out, and then I hadn't seen it in a long time. So good looking out there. If you're looking for Dead Box #3, it's going to be coming out the first week of July, in theory, according to this. So we talked about Firepower. We have Flashpoint Beyond #3. I'm loving Flashpoint Beyond. I love that world that we're in, that Thomas Wayne Batman world. I like everything about it. The lead-in issues were fun. Just enough confusion, just enough mystery to keep me on my toes. I liked issue #1. I loved issue #2. The art's really great. I do like that a lot. That's one of my favorite DC books out right now, is Beyond. Flashpoint Beyond. NWO Comics, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. I'm like some good box. We got the biggie in the house. Yep. NWO. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We're going over the comics for July, seeing what's going on. Oh, thanks, League, for censoring some of this stuff down below. I wanted to keep my channel going for a little while longer. Ghost Rider #4. I haven't been picking those up. The peach cover here is pretty interesting, though. I do like that. So we have Grimm, we have Heavy Metal Drummer. I've been stacking these. I hear it's great. We're going to get into it. Looks like we have some Hulk, Second Prince. And we have Jane, the Mighty Thor, issue #2. Who's reading Jane, Mighty Thor? I liked it. I thought it was pretty interesting. In theory, the new disclaimer for all comic release dates. Isn't that the truth? Yep, that is the truth for sure. Miss SummerSlam. Or Mrs. Slammer all the time. And yep. Yep, cool. Just want to make sure I'm hitting everybody up that's in the chat. Thanks again for coming in. All right, the Joker number 15. That should be ending that run. My God. Let's look at this. All right, we have 15. And 15 was, I think it said final issue when I went into it. Final issue. So if you've been stacking these, you have 15 of these issues to read. It starts off strong, and then it teeters out about 5 issues in probably, and then it picks back up around like issue 13. So it's one of those runs, in my opinion. It's one of those runs. So we'll see what the ending has in store. I think I got this like Killing Joke style book right here. It's more digital, it's more modern, right? He's got like an iPhone or something like that. The incentive cover is pretty cool though too, with Bane and Vengeance on it, so that's pretty fun. Philadelphia, I know some Philadelphia fans are out there, as well as some King Conan. Blue Juice Comics, this company is on my radar because of Billy the Kid, really great book. Knights of the Fifth Dimension #1. If it happens to come in, I might check it out. I might try to find it online or something like that. That might be interesting, something to jump into. Lady Death, Legion of X #3, jumping out of the Legion stuff. I jumped out of the Knights of X. I jumped out of Marauders. I was reading them, and I'm like 2 or 3 issues in on each one of those, and I'm just not enjoying it that much. I feel like you really need a good understanding and background and history of the X-Men and the ancillary characters to really appreciate what's going on in those stories. And it's like issue after issue after issue, these things happen, and I just don't feel how it resonates. I don't feel why it's impactful. I don't understand that connection, that relationship, the history. And so like a lot of things are lost on me on there. And you know, so can you keep reading and maybe pick up the clues and figure it out? Yeah, you can do that. But when I read a book, I want to feel good after I read it. I want to feel like I didn't waste my time reading it. And sometimes I feel like that with some of these books. And so you got to make some cuts, especially when you're reading like 15 a week. So let me know if you feel the same way. Yep. 100%. 100. Okay. Lunar Room, a book I remember coming out, but I didn't read any of it. Little Monsters, great last issue. I thought the last issue was really fun. Lemire and Wynn on that one. I do like what I'm reading on that. So the concept's really fun. The issues seem to read really fast though, and the art style is pretty interesting. I do like that. Magic the Gathering. I wish I liked that. I wish I liked that series. I play the game. I've been playing Magic the Gathering for years, and I just don't. I'm not into the comic though. Metal Society #3. #1 was one of my picks of the month. I think it was the pick of the month. The other month, #2 is very strong as well, and #3 is coming up soon. So I can't wait to see how it progresses the story there. And I do like that variant cover. Let's pull it up real quick. Pretty cool, like raw, weird, Matrix-esque kind of a thing going on here. Pretty cool. I do like that. Look, that's by Marco Rudy, I believe. All right, let's keep going on. Mighty Morphin. You Power Ranger fans are going to have a couple books coming out. Lots of different covers, so I'm sure you're going to be grabbing those. Power Rangers as a concept is lost on me. I think it's maybe a generational thing. I don't really know. I don't really know. Not a huge Power Ranger fan. We have Multiversity Teen Justice #2, Monkey Prince. What else we got going on? We got Nubia. Man, they're doing the Amazons wrong lately. You know, the hype and everything is just really down. It's really a shame to have a member of the Trinity kind of, I say member as in like the Amazon representative, right? The Themyscira representative of the Trinity not being super successful. It's really sad. It's a bad state. Once in Future, a book that I dropped that I wish I'd never dropped to begin with. I think Once in Future came out around the same time as Something is Killing the Children. And I remember both of those #1s hitting the shelves, and I just didn't pick it up because I don't know. It was a different time back then. It was like a couple of years ago, or a few years ago now. And I wish I did pick it up. All right, let's keep going. Panthea, lots of different covers for that. Poison Ivy #2. Here's a Frizzen cover. If you're in the Frizzen, you can pick that one up. Poison Ivy #1 was not a disappointment for me. I thought it had the opportunity to be disappointment, and a little preachy and things like that, a little woke and everything, but it actually was pretty cool. I did like it. It seems like she's on a one-way journey right now, and she's kind of super powered right now, and it seems like a pretty cool book so far. So we'll keep going. we will see where it's going from here. 100 years on YouTube. Yeah, man. Actually, I think I started YouTube. When did I start? March, like the second week in March in 2021. So just a little bit over a year. So I appreciate that, man. Thanks for all the support and everything. Appreciate it. Looks like we have this new one from Ablaze. Prometheus. Prometheus. I don't know. I don't know how to say that. Pretty cool covers though. This one was not on my radar at all. What's going on here? Andy Diggle. Okay. We have a Jock cover. Let me guess, it's the 1 in 10. Yeah, it's the incentive. Of course it is. Maybe if this one's around, I might pick it up. Ablaze is, you know, a little hit and miss. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Red Sonja. Sabretooth. That's a book that I read the first 2 or 3 on, and I just gave up on it. I just couldn't do it. Not a big Power Ranger fan, broke my heart. Oh, come, get over it. Get over it, Big Herb. I dropped the toys for my Cadets video, and that breaks your heart. I don't get Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and that breaks your heart. I don't get Power Rangers, and that breaks... Man, there's no pleasing you. I can't help. I can't please you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Stacking Monkey Prince. I hear you there. Legion made my head spin. Needs to be, need to be more new or different. Yeah, no kidding. I jumped into that one. I mean, I knew that it was going to be kind of a continuation of like Way of X in a way, but yeah. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. All right, so Sabretooth, I dropped it after 2 issues. I just didn't care about what was going on. Saga number 60 is coming out. 60 issues of Saga. Great read. One of the best comics ever created, I think. I'd pick it up. It reads fast. If you're intimidated by the number and you haven't read any of them yet, pick up those little trade issues. I have a video on how to pick up cheap trades on eBay. It's part of my How to Get into Comic Books Today play set of videos. And you can get in there and pick up all the trades for like, there's 9 of them, I think there is. Not including these new issues. You can get caught up with all the historical ones for like $70 or less. Or you can get the compendium or whatever, right? So you can kind of feel it out. You can get the first trade for just a couple dollars and just see if it's something you're into. But yeah, check out that video if you haven't. It's a pretty good way to get caught up on series. I have a whole shelf that you guys can't even see over here with these little volume 1 trades that I get for like $4 free shipping. And I got a stack of them I need to get through. Strange Tales number 1, some pretty cool variants coming out there. Let's see, we have Spawn. No, we got a lot of Spawn fans out there. We have a new proper title coming out then. We have some more Star Wars. I needed to be specking on the Star Wars stuff more than I have. Really kind of bummed out I didn't get those High Republics and all that stuff because it was such a easy thing to get, you know? It was on everybody's radar. It wasn't like it snuck up on us. So, and it wasn't that long of a run, so there's really no excuse. Starhenge, I went ahead and picked this up because it looked interesting. Image Comics, new number 1. Just want to check it out. It's got tons of variant covers. Should be pretty cool. And then Strange Academy's back. So we had number 18. I got this, what is this? Stegman character spotlight variant. I don't know who this is. It's like a Team Wolf dude. Is his name in here? It says it's the final issue. I wanted to pick it up. Again, this is another run that I wish I never stopped reading. I read like the first 4 issues or 3 issues, something like that. I have the number 1s. I have the J. Scott Campbell number 1s, things like that. And I dropped off of it for whatever reason. And I really wish I didn't because I hear great things about Strange Academy. I might need to pick that one up going forward. If you're a Shannon Mirror fan, there's some Shannon Mirror stuff in there as well. That Texas Blood, I know a lot of you guys like that first volume. I think I fell off around issue 3 of That Texas Blood, but that one's coming back, issue number 15. We have Thor, second prints coming out for Thor 25. This is a cool cover. Let's look at this cover real quick. Yeah, that's a pretty cool cover. That's like that Celestial Hulk armor, Hulkbuster armor that Iron Man's bringing back. That's pretty cool. Twig, number 3, loving that series so far. Very, very cool. Call to adventure. Very, very beautiful art. If you're a little bit thrown off that Scotty's not doing the art, I wouldn't be. I'd jump in and take a look at it. It's a pretty epic tale. Prison does Pink Ranger. Are you kidding me? Don't tell me that. Of course, I have to go back now. Where was that? Are you saying that she is doing? Because I don't see her name anywhere. Or are you saying the Pink Ranger title? Let me know. Let me know, because I'll be a sucker for that probably then. All right, so we have Twig, we have Walking Dead Deluxe, if you guys are picking all those up. We have some Van Helsing from Depths coming out. What If Miles Morales, number 5. This is going to be like all the different what if he was this or that, the culmination of that. So I did put that on my poll, just because it'd be an interesting spec book to have all the different characters that he has been over the past several issues all coming together in one cover. So I thought that was going to be pretty cool. The War Edition number 2, issue 1 was pretty fun. It's like this weird monster ER where they service like ghosts and goblins and everything else, and it's like a hidden secret world on top of our world. So that would be it's interesting to me as somebody that came from the medical field. So I went ahead and picked that one up. I'll keep going with that. And we have Excellent number 5 coming out too, in case you're into that as well. So that's the first week. Man, when we add the variants, it takes a lot longer to get through everything. So we're going to keep going here. 7174 presents number 1 Image. This one was not even on my radar at all. It's a new Image number 1. TP Luis and Ashley Wood on the art. I don't know anything about this. If it happens to show up, I might grab it. But this is another Image number 1. I try to get Image number 1s, but when the creative team is a team I don't know, then I tend to skip it. And then I remember going in and trying to look up the credits for the writer, and there's really nothing. So if you know anything about this writer or this creative team, let me know and see what you got there. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yep. No, I don't. I'm trying to blast through these covers right here, and you guys are bumping on the chat, so it's all good. It's all good. Let's see. Just gotta throw Prison in the cover B's her middle. Yep. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. No, I get that. The covers have been pretty cool on the Sabretooth, but yeah, sometimes you just need the story to match the covers, you know, as far as how much you enjoy them. Axe. So we have Eve of Judgment number 1. So we're going to be getting into this whole event, this whole summer event over in Marvel. It's already been teased in some of the free comic book day stuff. So if you haven't looked at that, you can go ahead and look at that, get a little idea of what's going on. We have the Nakayama variant as well. This is probably not going to hit the shop. It's probably going to be like like an Unknown Comics $15 book or something like that. But I thought I'd throw it in there. Above Snakes number 1. This is a new number 1 from Image as well. So I went ahead and added that one. Again, I don't really know the creative team too much, but again, it's an Image number 1, and it was on my radar ahead of time, so I went ahead and threw it on there. We'll see if it's any good. They're really pushing this Army of Darkness book, this Reanimator Necronomicon Rising number 1. There's tons of variants for this. I would usually be all over everything Army of Darkness, but I think the last 2 or 3 runs that have come out, I just didn't care for. After I read them, I'm like, okay, I don't need another book just sitting in there just because of that. Yep. So let's see, Barbaric. This is going to be another one that I think is on a lot of people's radar. We have the Harvest Blades number 1. That's going to be on a lot of people's radar, I would imagine. This is a little bit bigger. It's 44 pages, and I think it's a one-shot. Yep. So, yeah, first of many one-shots to explore the world. So if you're into the world, if you're into the lore and everything, this is going to be the first one-shot to get into, and that looks pretty cool. I like the cover B as well. Let's see, we have Batgirls coming out. I dropped that after issue 1, I think. I just didn't want to see the Batgirls teaming up in some apartment and doing crime and things like that. It just didn't appeal to me. For some reason we have this Batman cover over here. We have Urban Legends. Here's some more Betty Page stuff going on. Lots of variant covers. Betty and Veronica. We have Bill and Ted Roll the Dice issue number 2 photo cover. I'm collecting the photo covers. I loved issue number 1. I thought it was great. I think it's difficult to have that voice, to have that feel of Bill and Ted and not feel really corny. And so I think they did a really great job. You can tell they're fans of the series. The premise is very straightforward, and the art's pretty straightforward too. But I do like what I'm reading so far in Roll the Dice. And issue number 2 is coming out, and I like the photo covers, so we're going to be doing that. But let me know if you guys read that one. Love Army and Darkness. I do too. Yeah, I do too. It's just I feel like they come out with a new run, a new series of that all the time, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to get all of them. I'm not sure. It becomes a space issue. It's not a desire issue. It's just a space issue. Captain Carter number 4. If you're into the Captain Carter spec, then you probably got number 1, and then you probably dropped it. But I don't know. Is Captain Carter 2-3 any good? Not entirely sure. We have a new Daredevil coming out. We have lots of variant covers. Let's see which one. We got a window blinds in case, or the window shade variant. I know you guys are collecting those. You can pick that one up. Which one am I getting? I'm getting the Stegman, hopefully. On here, we have Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cicchetto on the art. I just love that, how they're just falling to their deaths and they're kind of all wrapped together and they got all their weapons out and stuff. I just really like that cover, so we're gonna go with that one. World's Finest. I've been loving this one as well. Or not, I'm sorry, that's not World's Finest. I think World's Finest is coming up though at some point. Dark Crisis, World Without Justice League, Superman number 1. I just like that old classic looking cover. And we have Superman and we have like a Superboy kind of thing going on here. So we'll see what's going on over here. What else we have? We have a new IDW rather. Dark Spaces Wildfire number 1. I went ahead and jumped in on this one as well. We have a Sorrentino cover, and so I'm getting that one for sure. I didn't know it's a Scott Snyder book. That's right. It's all coming back to me now. This is probably a Comixology original or something like that, although it's not listed as such. So we'll see what that one's all about. That one should look pretty fun. Yeah, my daughter wants to come in here and say hi. It looks like she just got up out of bed. Let's see, Dogs of London. I wasn't digging issue number 1 too much, so I'm going to probably skip that one. 8 Billion Genies number 3. That one should be interesting. I think I did enjoy number 1. So, yep, that's that. Clicking all the naughty covers, Betty Page. All right now, calm down. 8 Billion Genies, though, was a fun premise. It was really interesting. What if everybody on the planet got a genie, even like infants up to the elderly got one wish? You can make one wish and then all hell kind of breaks loose very, very quickly. So that was a pretty cool premise. I did like what I was seeing there. Fantastic Four number 45. We have Farmhand number 19. I know some of you were Farmhand fans. That run is coming back. Fortnite Marvel. We have Zero War issue number 2. So all you people that were this book sold out everywhere as far as I'm aware, especially at my shop. They had stacks and stacks of all the different covers and they were gone in like a day. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then we saw that with the DC version of that too. Whenever there's a Fortnite crossover, things seem to fly off the shelf. What do we got? I Am Batman number 11. If you care about all the different other Batmans that are out there. Giga number 5. I'll believe it when I see it. I think I'm 2 or 3 issues in. And so we'll see if Giga actually comes out. Although I am not holding my breath on that one. Immortal Red Sonja. Tons and tons of covers on that one. Billy, are you picking up all these Red Sonja covers too? Immortal X-Men. Again, I'm getting the Hellfire Gala ones because I think they're pretty interesting. So getting that one. I do like Immortal X-Men. I like Immortal X-Men and I like X-Men proper. I think those are the only 2 X-Men I'm still reading at this point. I think I've dropped everything else. Although I heard Red number 3 got a lot better. So I might need to check that one out as well. Jurassic League number 3. I'm liking what I'm seeing there. Issue 2 was better than issue number 1, I think. We have King Spawn number 12 with all you Spawn fans out there. Legion of X, we have a second printing. That's okay. I got the first one already. Marauders number 4. If you're into the Marauders stuff, you can get that there. There's a Hellfire variant as well. What else we got? Sweet Paprika. We have Miss Meow. Moon Knight number 13. I've been digging Moon Knight. I missed it. I feel like it's been gone for a little while. I'm glad it'll be coming back. It's for issue number 13. Looking forward to that. I'm stacking New Masters number 5. I did like the idea of number 1, but I have 2 and 3 and probably 4 now sitting in a pile behind me. I either have to read them or just drop the run, I feel like, because the backlog is so tall right now that there's really no point in adding anything else to it because I feel like I'll never get to it at this point. Let's see. New Think. You think number 1 was a great issue? It came out a little while ago. I think it came out the first week of this month. And that was a great tale about how technology and screens in general have taken over our life. But not during this stream though. We're good here. So you don't have to turn your phone's off just yet. All right. So this is issue number 2. I'm looking forward to that one. Ordinary Gods. I dropped that one after about 4 issues or so. Not entirely sure what's going on in that one anymore. We have Power Rangers number 21, my favorite series of all time, Power Rangers. You know I'm a giant Power Rangers fan. I love everything about them. Cosplay as them all the time. I have all the variant covers. Would not lie to you at all. Punisher number 3, second printing. If you're into Punisher, you can pick that one up. I do like Punisher a lot. That's a really good one. What else are we looking forward to here? See, we got some Robin Hood stuff going on from Zenoscope. I don't get too many Zenoscope books. Rogues number 3. This is actually a really good book. Yeah, from Joshua Williamson, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Black Label, really cool story. I like the pacing of it. I like all the characters and how they're interacting. So I do like that. I really wanted this 1 in 25, this Crisis homage. I really wanted that one, but it's a 1 in 25. It's not going to be in my shop, so we'll see. Savage Avengers number 3. We're going to start seeing a lot of Predator variants as well. So this is another one of the earlier Predator variants that you're going to see, fighting Black Widow. And Savage Avengers, I hear, is a pretty good run. So if you're into that, that's coming out soon. Slumber, pretty cool image book. I think I dropped it just because it didn't blow me away, but it was an interesting concept, and I did like issue number 1 and 2, I believe, but just not enough to click that button, I don't think. Spider-Man Exodus, I completely failed. I got the alpha issue. I somehow missed number 1, and then I picked up number 2 thinking that the alpha was number 1, and I started reading it the other week, and I'm like, what's going on? Who are these people? What's going on? So, yeah. You've been enjoying Rocketeer. That's just me, Nick. You know I'm capping, man. You know I'm capping. Facts. Enjoying Rocketeer, that's cool. I went to my shop and they actually were playing Rocketeer on the old movie. They were playing it on their TV on the wall, which I thought was cool because it's been forever since I've seen that movie, and I feel like that movie was really well received. If I remember correctly. I have all the Frizz and Power Rangers. Yep. Make the Punisher great again. I think we're on our way. I like the premise. I like the premise so far, especially if they tie in Daredevil, because Daredevil, that whole run should be going after the Hand now. We've been teased that since Devil's Reign, like the last issue of Devil's Reign, which was months ago. And now we have this brand new Hand thing going on with Punisher, and I'm like, ooh, are these worlds going to collide at some point? I don't know. I think that would be really interesting. Mandalorian. Well, first off, we have Bounty Hunter coming out, Star Wars Bounty Hunter. So if you're into the Bounty Hunter stuff, we have a new issue coming out. Mandalorian's coming out, though. And we have so many covers for this, and I'm hoping I can get this Mayhew variant. I just like that child with the, pointing at each other. I think it's the best cover that they have in this whole lot. So I'm hoping that one will come in. I don't know if it's some kind of stupid exclusive or something like that that's mislabeled here. But I'm sure the shop will get in some of these, and there's not like a bad one. Even cover A is pretty nice, but I want Grogu on the cover for Mandalorian. So whatever one they get in, I hope that they have Grogu on the cover. That's my only requirement. So yeah. The first issue of Spider-Man 2099 was really good. The last 2 are just okay. Are you talking about the Alpha and then number 1 and number 2? I think they need more covers for Mando. Yeah, right. Comic Book Therapy Station, man. Happy Father's Day. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Hope you got your coffee. Tardy for the party, man. Yep. Hashtag still backstage. Yeah. What's going on, Flash? Thanks for coming in. We just talked about Moon Knight a minute ago. So, yeah, looking forward to that one coming back. I feel like we missed a couple, like a month or something like that, right? Not entirely sure. Looking forward to Mandalorian? Absolutely. So we have Stranger Things. I actually just ripped up season 4 of Stranger Things. Me and my wife were binging it over like a week. I don't know if that's considered binging still, but those episodes are long, man. They're like an hour and 20 minutes each, and the finale is a little longer, maybe like an hour and 10 each, and then the finale is about an hour and a half, something like that. So when you're both working and taking care of the house and taking care of the kid and everything, it's like You do it as fast as you can. And it was a good run, man. I loved it. So so my rank is season 1, season 4, season 3, season 2, in case you're curious. A Town Called Terror, issue number 4. Really cool book, beautiful book, awesome premise. It needs to go somewhere though. It needs to keep going. We've spent 3 issues kind of introducing ourselves to the main character, his family dynamics, and the town dynamics. But really just from the point of view of one single bar. And so we need to go forward. So in the last page of the last issue, the decision was made to give this help that was requested of the main character. So hopefully it jumps into it. So yeah. Erase the sequel trilogy. What are you talking about? You talking about Star Wars? Not entirely sure. The Last Bot Standing, Transformers, for all you Transformers fan. Undiscovered Country. I hear it's a great run. I never got into it. That one started. It was off my radar. Never got around to it. Vampirella. And Billy's getting all those cosplay covers, I bet. We Live, number 4. West of Sundown, number 4. I hear good things about that one. Wolverine 23. I went ahead and picked that up because I have that original Deadpool Wolverine cover. I found it for like $8 at a comic book shop back in like 2016, something like that. And I'm like, that's just a really cool cover. Let me pick it up. And then it exploded over the past couple of years. So I was really happy about that. That was a good random purchase that I made a while ago. Here's some more Hellfire stuff. Got the Art Germ variant. I really wanted to get this one too. We'll see what comes in the shop. So that's week number 2. Man, that's a lot of stuff. Let's go into week number 3. See what's going on there. Terror is has a nice big splash pages minimal story. Yes, I would agree with that. Yep, I would agree with that. Really great art, and I think every issue has that great big splash page. This latest one with the wings and stuff, I thought that was pretty cool. Last Bot Standing started off pretty good. Good, man. Yeah, I'm glad. West of Sundown. Hey, Matthew, what's going on? Station, good morning. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, I know a lot of people are. I like the covers and everything. I just it wasn't on my radar, or it was, and again, it's just so much stuff out there, right? So I just didn't get it. We have our Judgment Day number 1, again, Nakayama variant. Got to pick those up whenever you can. So I'm interested in that one. Let's see. After School number 2, Alice Ever After. I read number 1. I did not like it. I heard number 2 was way better. Can't remember who said that in one of my comments. So maybe I need to look into this a little bit more. I was hoping for a little bit more of like a psychedelic. Maybe she's trapped and things have gone bad in Wonderland. So I might need to kind of flip through a number 2 if I can find it, just to see if it's changed at all. But let me know if you guys are reading that one. Alien Annual number 1 from Marvel. Interesting, not final art. I wonder if that one's even going to come out at all on this release day. We have Angel number 7. Let's see, Aquaman. I'm not getting any of these Aquaman books except for Andromeda from Rom V. That one was really fun. I like that one a lot, but the other Aquaman books I'm kind of staying away from at the moment. Looks like we got some weird stuff going on. This Army of Darkness has crept back up in here. Maybe there's some issues with the release date here. Not entirely sure. What else are we getting into over here? Let's see. Oh, we have that homage. Artist Lease presents number 1, that 1 in 25 homage cover with what was that, Wolverine cap and Black Widow. I think it was a Jim Lee variant or something like that. Shang-Chi Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings number 1. I think that's going to be shown down here somewhere else. I'm interested in that, seeing what's going on there. Avengers number 58 is coming out as well. Here's our World's Finest. World's Finest number 5. I do like what I'm reading in there. Dan, who is it? Dan Mora on the art, if I'm not mistaken, has been doing a really, really good job. I've been appreciating Dan Mora more and more as I get into his stuff. And then Mark Waid is on here. That's not, I guess that would be. I've been liking his art more and more. Mark Waid's doing a great job, I think, too. There's a lot of things going on in that book. It's kind of like a deceased almost. There's just a lot of threads and a lot of people involved. And so we're going to have to do our best to kind of rein it in a little bit, I feel like. So we'll see what happens there. Barnstormers number 1. It seemed like an interesting book. It's a comicsology book, Scott Snyder. And so the cover was intriguing. I like the concept. I like the feel. And yeah, Bonnie and Clyde, Scott Snyder, breathtaking illustrations. We'll see what it is. We'll see what it's all about. What else we got? Batman the Knight number 7. I think I dropped at number 3 just because I didn't need more Batman in my life. Black Adam number 2. I love that cover. Very, very cool. Blink number 1. Omi Press. Really weird cover. Went ahead and just took a chance on it. Added it to the poll. We'll see if it's any good. I don't mind jumping into number 1s, especially if the art's pretty funky like that. Bloodstained Teeth, I hear good things about. I have issue number 1. I got some exclusive variants and things like that. Haven't read it yet. Maybe I'll have to check it out at some point, but let me know what you guys are thinking about that. Probably won't like Alice number 2 if you don't like the first one. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Alice Ever After is great. All right. Well, so right now we're right down the middle. Not entirely sure. Shang Chi has a cover that pulled me in. I'll give it a shot. Yep. Awesome. Beautiful art. Yep. Old school DC Comics. Exactly. It has a great old school feel to it. Before the dark times. Oh, good Lord. I mean, you're not wrong. On the spectrum, I'd say you're far on the one side, but that doesn't mean that the vibe is wrong. That's for sure. Symbol of Truth number 3. Do I not have Symbol of Truth? Oh, that's Symbol of Truth, not Sentinel of Liberty. Oh God, it's too much, man. It's too much. Calculated Man number 2, Aftershock. I know number 1 just came out the other week. I didn't pick it up. It was at the shop. I did not pick it up, and I haven't heard anybody talk about it yet. Although I'm a little bit behind on watching my review shows, because I usually read my books and I do my review show, and then I watch other people's reviews because I don't want their opinions clouding my memory, and I don't want to repeat things that they say inadvertently. So I tend to watch the review shows over the weekend after Nick at Night on Fridays, and then throughout the next week just to kind of hear what other people are vibing on. And then I go back to the shop on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then if it's still there and there's some books I missed, I can pick them back up. So that's kind of my routine. But I haven't heard anybody talk about Calculated Man yet. But it's not like they're not putting it out there. I just haven't watched anything yet. Catwoman 45. I think this is her last Catwoman cover. So yeah, be aware of that if you've been collecting those. Let's see. I'll probably drop the run after that, honestly. But we'll see. There's our Dead Box number 4. I think we just talked about number 3 a minute ago. Death Range. We have Defenders Beyond coming out in case you're into that whole thing. I'm probably gonna stay away from that just because I don't really know much about Defenders, but it's coming out. Looks like we have Loki prominently on that cover, most of the covers rather. Ravencroft, Do a Powerbomb number 2. One of the best books from last week was Do a Powerbomb. Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer on the colors, Daniel Warren Johnson on the writing and the art. Do a Powerbomb number 1 was one of the best books out last week. So definitely pick that one up, I would say. Number 2 is coming out in mid to late July. All right, what else is coming out? We have Fables returning. What's going on down here? Grimm, Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 4. Not a big Power Rangers fan. I don't want to get into it. I like Godzilla though. This is probably a book I should have picked up because I would like to see those go at it. So if you're reading this book, is it literally them versus each other, or is versus just like thrown in there just to create some kind of drama or controversy? Let me know. I'm waiting for a Calculated Man number 1 to come to the shop. Yeah, it came out last week. So you should be able to get that. Is it David Bowie? It's not David Bowie. Although you are absolutely forgiven for thinking that it was. This is some stupid punk rock guy who apparently died, and he's a lower level Grim Reaper right now. And they're doing all these character spotlights. If Risen's doing that. So she did the main character, what was it, Adria or something like that? And they did that other guy who's like wearing the suit. He doesn't want to talk about his past. I mean, you can extrapolate perhaps how he died, but I don't want to be, whatever. And so then there's this like punk rock guy who looks like David Bowie. And I'm not a big fan of Grimm. Not a big fan of Grimm. I was hoping for like a different feel, a different style. I feel like it's pretty, like they're all Grim Reapers. It should have a certain feel to it. And it just doesn't have that. It has a very playful feel, and I don't know. Haven't dug it so far. This is our main character in the middle here. This is Adria, I think her name is. Oh boy, what now, Herm? Power Rangers. The comics are the best superhero books you can read. I would read the beginning of the Boom Run. Oh boy. All right. Here, I thought like Invincible was like the best superhero comic you can read, or something like that. But no, it's Power Rangers. Okay. All right. But you're not the first person. It's not the first time I've heard that though. So I don't know. Grimm wasn't. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's in the damn title. Grimm, right? You think it would be Grimm, but it's not. All right, what else we got? Ice Cream Man number 31. Always going to be picking those up. Iron Man 21. I hear Iron Man's a great read. So is Wolverine, I hear. I just haven't picked it up. And again, people tell me that it's a good run when we're like 17 issues in. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, great. Let's see. We got a lot of these weird covers that are just not popping up right here. So we're going to jump all the way down to the bottom when we start seeing some stuff. Jennifer Blood, John Connor of Mars. Knights of X number 4. Nope. Staying away from that one. The Justice League and the Legion of Superheroes number 4. I didn't even know they had a number 1, 2, and 3. This is going to be an interesting book right here. Little Red Ronin. Lots of homage covers. I mean, you see TMNT, you see Kill Bill. I'm sure there's other things in here that I'm perhaps missing from an homage perspective. Of course, Venom. But I don't know anything about this. I haven't heard anybody talking about it. Garrett Gunn is on this. And if you go into Garrett Gunn, mainly the only thing he's been doing lately is like Good Boy. Now, I read Good Boy and it was okay, but it wasn't something that was like just amazing. You know what I mean? So I'm reading Source Point Press has a new number 1 coming out with a writer that has another okay book out, and there's tons of variant covers with exclusives and things like that. And I'm like, ooh, this sounds like bait to me. This sounds like bait for sure. Okay, one of the best. Jeez, papers are in the mail, brother. No. Let's see. Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids. I grew up with Garbage Pail Kids. I love the movies. I had the cards. I had the stickers and stuff. So I'm picking up number 1, hopefully, and we'll see. We'll see what it is. I don't have high hopes for it, but I like Garbage Pail Kids. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, mostly 90s. So we'll see what it's all about. New Fantastic Four number 2. So we had our little team creation story released the other week. The little collected edition, which I thought was cool. I gotta flip through that and read that still. But we have the actual run, I believe, number 2 coming out pretty soon as well. Yep. So Nightwing number 94. I jumped off of Nightwing. I heard it picked back up. I jumped off around like when they were doing all the crossover stuff. And I think the last issue I bought was that huge connecting one back in December, I think it was, and I dropped off of that one after that. And I heard it's been picking up, so I'm a little bit disappointed that I dropped off of that book, and I might need to pick it back up. We have Nook number 2. Again, it's Nook number 1 is going to be coming out, I think, at the end of this month, and so we'll see if it's any good. And I have number 2 primed and ready to go in case it's good. So there's that. We have Playthings. The Ocean Will Take Us number 4, and Nyx number 8. I don't know, Radiant Red number 5 for all you Radiant Black people out there. Radiant Black number 16 as well. Let's see. Radio Apocalypse number 3. I'll believe it when I see it. I loved issue number 1. I loved issue number 2. And issue number 3 has been postponed so much that I don't even pay attention to it anymore. It's kind of like, what is it? Picture of Everything Else and Giga and books like that. So I'm not even gonna fool me once. Fool me twice. You ain't gonna fool me again. Isn't that what he said? Samurai Sonia. Seven Sons number 2. One of my favorite books from last week. I think it was my pick of the week. Seven Sons number 1. I would check out Seven Sons if I were you. I loved it a lot. Jay Lee's doing a great job on here. I liked the concept. I liked the art. I liked everything about it. It was really, really fun. Sandman Nightmare Country issue number 4. Again, issue number 3 was pretty fun. It's James Tynion writing some kind of spooky, weird stuff. If you haven't noticed, James Tynion, he writes the same story over and over and over again, just changes the characters and adds a different demon element to it. So he's, you know, he's kind of, his range is very small, I think, but he does a lot of good work in that range that he plays in. So there is that. Shang Chi and the 10 Rings number 1. There it is. I don't know why those other ones are up top. Savage Spider-Man, Shaolin Cowboy issue number 3. This is Cruel to Be Kin. I loved issue number 1. Issue number 2 should come out at the end of this month, June. So issue number 3 is primed, ready to go here. I did love that one a lot. So that'll be good. We have Silver Coin coming out, Skybound X. I'm stacking Silver Coin right now. There wasn't enough connective tissue there, and I fell off. I skipped a week, and then I got it back, and then I'm like 5 issues behind. So I don't know. We'll get there eventually. And I think Tynan's going to write one of these. I think he might be on issue 11 or 13. I can't remember exactly, but we'll see. I have Radio Apocalypse next on my backlog. Should I skip it? Issue number 1 and issue number 2 are brilliant. So from a is it good perspective, it's good. But the release schedule might break your heart. So there you go. Star Trek Mirror War number 7. We have number 25 of Star Wars proper coming out. And I got that A cover, I believe, right here, just because it's like a milestone issue. So went ahead and put it on my list. I think we have a Darth Vader 25 as well. Again, just a milestone issue, threw it on the list as well. I don't know what spec is on that or anything, but it's a milestone issue. And I thought if they were going to do anything cool, maybe they'll do it in that kind of an issue. So that's why it's there. We have Han Solo and Chewbacca as well. We got a VV drop in 2 minutes. I'll probably skip and get it on the rebounds. What else we got coming out? We got Venom, Lethal Protector. I do like Lethal Protector a lot more than Venom proper. So Lethal Protector is really fun. It's got that world's finest nostalgia to it as well. It's like a old school version of the character, Lethal Protector era, 90s era. And I just like the look and feel of it. It's more fun. It's more playful. I don't know. It brings back good feelings. Venom proper is just not great. But Lethal Protector, I would pick that one up if you need a Venom book in your life. If you just need a Carnage book in your life, it's a toss-up between Lethal Protector and Carnage. Or if you need a Symbiote book in your life. Lethal Protector and Carnage are great reads, though. So I would just get those two and skip Venom, the main run of Venom. Walking Dead Deluxe. I know we're going to have some key issues coming up soon, so you can always just, if you're not getting every one of these Walking Dead Deluxes, because there's like 193 comics of those, or copies of those, you can maybe just look up the key issues and grab those. Looks like Governor's still doing his thing. Looks like he's gonna be killed soon, because I remember this is like the assault on the prison, if I'm not mistaken. He's missing his arm, so Michonne's already got to him, and Abraham's Army will be coming up in about 10 issues. So there's a couple key issues between now and Abraham's Army, I think, like the death of the governor, and I think Andrea's probably dead by now. I'm trying to remember exactly where we are in that story. All right, so that's the third week. I think this is the last week. Let's go through these Action Comics, a run I should be reading and I'm not. I hear everyone says it's a really good run. Amazing Spider-Man number 6. Which cover am I getting? Oh my God, look at all these covers. So I'm getting the Sue variant because I just like the contrasting colors in here, and I like the Sinister Six kind of thing going on here with Peter in the middle. There's so many covers though. I do like the Ramos cover. You really can't go wrong, except if you get in the JR cover. Just whatever. Shots fired. It's okay. I like the Sue variant. That one stands out to me. I like that one. Ant-Man number 1. I've never read an Ant-Man comic. Station. What's going on? Rogue, thanks for coming in, brother. Thanks for coming in. Stop hate buying Venom. No kidding. There's like this dichotomy in me. It's like, if I do content, I feel like I should be reading some main titles just to let you know what I'm thinking about them, and to kind of like build up my knowledge of the characters in general. But sometimes you don't like the run. So like X-Men, I don't like Knights of X. I'm not going to read it. As much as I would love to tell you what I thought about it, I don't like it. So I'm not going to sit here and just buy books for no reason. You know what I mean? I want to enjoy the book at least to some degree, and then I feel like I'm not a trash talking site. I'm not a trash talking channel. You know, I'm not going to sit here and just make video after video after video about how bad people are doing at their jobs. That's just not what I do. I want to read it and I want to tell you my honest opinion about it. And if I want it to be a positive experience. And so, but if I don't like a book, I'll be honest with you too. You know, so that's where Venom sits for me right now. The two-writer Venom setup is just weird. Yeah, I know. And they're both capable of doing good work. They're just not doing good work. And the art's not great. So Ant-Man #1, new Marvel book coming out. I don't know anything about Ant-Man besides what I've seen in the MCU. So I'm going to jump in here. I don't know if it'll be any good. I like that 1 in 25, though. I'm sure that's been done before because it can't be an original idea. Having him be small and having a light in front of him, making him look big. That can't be an original idea. Axe to Grind Barbaric #1. Is this another one of those little one of many one-shots that are coming out soon? Probably. We'll see what's going on there. Batman Fortress. I think someone in the chat mentioned, I can't remember if it was Billy or not, said it was trash. So we'll see. I wouldn't doubt it. We have Aquaman. Let's see. One Dark Knight Batman. I feel like we missed a month for this one as well. I do like that jock book, One Dark Knight, issue #3. Is it only 3 issues? I think it's only 3 issues. Yeah, it came out in March, so we missed April, May, and June. No wonder. All right, Batman presents White Knight. Batman White Knight presents Red Hood #1. I haven't had enough coffee yet to read all these long titles. I've been picking these up. I do like the Sean Murphy universe. I haven't read everything in that universe, but I've read a little bit of the early stuff, and then I dabbled here and there in the middle of some of the runs. So just going to go ahead and pick that one up because it's an interesting character and looks like it'll be a good continuation in that universe. So we're going to check it out. Blue Flame, Book of Shadows #1. Shadow Man, I've tried to read that. What's Colin Bunn, right? Yeah, he's reading this. He's doing this one too. My thoughts on Colin Bunn are pretty out there, I think. I'm not a big Colin Bunn fan, so we're gonna keep going there. Kanto, Tales of the Unnamed World, issue #2. Every volume of Kanto has gotten worse and worse, I think. Volume #1 is brilliant. Loved it. Loved the concept, loved the art, loved the journey. And then the second volume, the third volume, I think this is the final volume. So we'll see if they can bring it home in this one. But volume #1 is very cool. So if you just want to read volume #1, you're good, man. You're going to read the best of it. It is good. One Dark Knight is good, and the art is really, yeah, indeed. He's ushering, what is it, EMP? Like some villain EMP? He's ushering him from, what is it, Arkham to like this other super prison, and he detonates in the middle of Gotham, wipes out all the power, and then all the gangs know what's happening now, and they're all honing in on his location. So it's like Batman with this dude over his shoulder with no resources getting through all these different gangs of Gotham City, and it's awesome. I liked it a lot. Shadow Man keeps taking breaks. I want to keep up, but they made it hard. Yeah, they didn't make it hard for me. I read 3 issues and I'm like, this is not good. So I stopped reading it. So they didn't make it too difficult for me. Been digging Beyond the White Knight. That's good, man. So Beyond the White Knight, there's so many little side things. There's like the Harley spinoff, and then there's whatever, and there's whatever. I feel like I don't have a sense of the order of reading and the order of release of the different runs. And so maybe I need to get with you and figure that out for maybe. Or I just need to look it up. I hear he is a Phable though. All right, what else we got? DC Mech #1, Department of Truth #20. I actually fell off of Department of Truth. I couldn't take that continuous compounding effect each issue had on each other. I lost the scale. I understood the concept. I just lost the scale in how I'm supposed to manage all the information you learn from issue to issue. I was just kind of going through the motions with that book. Couldn't keep up with it. It felt like homework every week, so I just had to get rid of it. I think I got the first 15 or 16 issues. I liked it a lot. It was just a lot to consume. I think it's Tynan doing the most Tynan thing he can do. That's what Department of Truth is. And so I'm just it just got to be a little bit too much. So I couldn't keep up with there. I've read the two older runs, White Knight and Curse of the White Knight. Both are pretty good. Yes. I did read White Knight, if I'm not mistaken. Curse of the White Knight, I don't think so. And then I think I read Harley #1. So I need to figure all that out. But it feels like a good universe to collect. Feels like a good one to collect. Beyond the White Knight, just because it looks like there's only way to get Duke Thomas. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Elvira books. Yeah, we're getting there next. So we have Detective Comics coming out too. I don't want to skip this one because Detective Comics issue 1062. We have sites where we have Rom V on here as well. So this is going to be, I believe, where we're going to start picking up some of our Rom V stuff. So I'm super excited about that. You can tell the covers are getting pretty psychedelic. We're getting our typical whatever covers, and then all of a sudden we're getting some craziness that only Ron V and team can produce. So I am excited about that. So oops, what's going on there? I lost your comment here. Yeah, Vira books are fun. I have number 1 ordered through Midtown. It might be in my stack over here, and that was number 1. I have number 2 and 3 on my poll because I hear it's a good read. I think Robbie at Pop Culture Philosophers really liked the idea for number 1. And so I'm going to jump in on that too and see what's going on. We have Gambit number 1. I'll jump in on that, see what happens. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere, but we will see. Who's, I think someone, yeah. Oh, well, Chris Claremont's writing it says. So hopefully it's going to be good. But isn't he in the Knights of X right now? He was laying around and then they came over and like, hey, we need to go on this quest. Who's bored? And Gambit's like, I'm bored. So I'll go with you. And everybody else did the same thing. And they all got transported to whatever. Actually, like Elvira in Horrorland. Yeah. I know, right? That's where I am right now. Might pick up Gambit. Yeah. I mean, if Claremont's on it, we'll see. All right. Captain Marvel. Number 1, going ahead and pick that one up because I don't really know much about the character. Hopefully it's going to do a decent job of like catching people up and going from there. We have Good Boy coming out, Grim Fairy Tale. We have Harley Quinn, Nakayama. Again, this is probably one of those unknown $15 a book or $15 covers. So if you're into that, you can probably pick that up online. It's probably not going to be a cover price book, but maybe I'm wrong. That's been my experience though. Whenever we have these kinds of covers, they're usually like $15 variants. You got to get online. The Hollows Man. Number 1 is coming out, so I'm going to be picking that one up hopefully. House of Slaughter number 7, better than House of Slaughter volume 1 so far, although we're just a couple issues in, and so we'll see where that one goes. But I do like what they're doing so far in House of Slaughter volume 2 versus volume number 1. I Hate This Place number 3, a shockingly good issue number 1. Number 2 comes out at the end of this month. Number 3 will be coming out in July. I did like the premise and everything. I thought it was pretty fun. So we're going to be getting that one too. I wish I can get these explicit variants, but I don't think those are going to be able to. I don't think those are going to be coming in, or maybe I just need to give more heads up. Kids Slapshot number 1. It looks like a fun book. There's a bunch of different variants for it, so I went ahead and added Kid Slapshot number 1 to my poll, and so it looks like it'll be an interesting, fun one here. Kid Slapshot. I feel like this is probably like an older concept. Is it an older concept? Is that something that we should be looking for? We have Inja. What's going on? Thanks for coming in, Station. I need to get Gambit. You don't want to get it. You need to get it. There's a difference there. That's right. $15, $30 and a set for $40. Yeah, you've been there before. Need to catch up on Hit Me. I just read issue number 1. Yeah, Hit Me came around. And I remember, I think it sold initially because the covers were kind of like, you know what I mean? And so, and they're continuing to be like that. So if it's a good story, then that's great, man. That's great. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Not a lot of people, in my circles at least, have been picking it up and reading it. And so, or maybe they have, and maybe not talking about it as much. But I'm glad you're liking it. That's cool. I stopped getting store exclusives, no regrets yet. Yeah. Yep, happy belated birthday, Phable, again. Yep, cool. All right, let's keep going. Last week. What's we got? Lunar Room. Not a whole lot of craziness coming out. Magic Order Volume 3, Issue 1. Volume number 1 was really great. Volume number 2, it was okay. So volume number 3 is coming. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. I do like Magic Order as a concept. I really wish they brought it to Netflix. Excuse me, because they were hinting that they were going to do it for a longest time. Back in like 2016, 17. Never came. It was optioned and everything. Nothing. And yeah, that kind of bummed me out. But we're in that state right now. Everything's getting optioned and nothing's hitting the big screen. So that is what it is. All right, let's see what else we got. Man, Goat, and the Bunny Man, Green Eggs and Blam, number 1. Wow, that's pretty interesting. My Little Pony, The Naughty List, Pearl, Volume 3, number 3. I remember seeing those around. One Night in Prague, number 3. Let's see. Radiant Black 17. Public Domain, number 2. I thought I was getting... I'm going to mark that. I thought I had Public Domain number 1 picked. And I like to pre-order like 1, 2, and 3, just in case it's good. It's not too much of a commitment. If I like issue 1 and 2, number 3 is on its way. If I don't like 1 and 2, I have typically enough time to cancel number 3 and go from there. Righteous Thirst of Vengeance, I had to drop that book just because I just didn't care anymore. It was a weird story, and then it took a weird turn again, and I'm like, whatever. Robin, another book I dropped that I thought wasn't going to get much better, and apparently it picked up. I dropped right after the tournament ended, and they were transported to some weird place, and that's the cliffhanger, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. But I heard it got really good. I heard it's good. So again, another book I dropped that I probably shouldn't have. But we'll see. Scorched is coming out. We have Sheena as well. Something is Killing the Children, issue number 25. I should have gotten... Oh, here it is. Talk about covers. Holy crap, look at this. I've been getting all these die cut ones. Let me unmark cover A. I've been getting all these die cut, the bloody ones in particular, because I think these are really cool. I like that idea. But my God, there's a lot of different variants out here. And they're all pretty cool. I do like them. Wow, look at all these. That one's cool, the Yellow Snow one, because this chick is pretty crazy, and she looks like she's going to be prominently focused on the majority of these. Yeah, that's going to be cool. Okay. Yep, can't wait for that one. Nick's any good? I have the first 2. I don't know. I know that it's an ongoing, but I haven't really gotten into that. Star Wars Obi-Wan number 3. We'll see how issue number 2 does. I think it comes out the end of this month, but I got number 3 ready to go. We have Strange Attractors number 14. Superman Space Age number 1. I'll try it. We'll see where it goes. TMNT 131, Task Force C, Swamp Thing number 15. We only got 2 more issues of Swamp Thing in this run. Very, very, very sad about that. But it's been really good. And so we're going to see how it wraps up here soon. Vampirella, Change Your Life. Venom, no green dots. Oy. Should there be a green dot on Venom? Man, I guess. We'll see. Maybe feel like the sadness in my voice when I talk about Venom right now. Oh man, I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once last night. It was super good and worth all the hype. I've heard nothing but great things about that movie, and I really need to watch that one. Nothing wrong with Little Girl. Oh, I hear you there. Yeah, I hear a lot of good things about Everything Everywhere All at Once. So you're not the first person to say that. I hear it's really, really good. So I can't wait to see that one at some point. We only find them when they're dead. What's the furthest place from here? Wolverine. What else has we got going on? Young Justice, Targets number 1. Okay. All right. So let's just jump real quick and see what the pull list looks like week to week. So I'll just kind of pause right here on this screen so you guys can see what I'm looking into. So basically what I'm looking for are duplicates at this point, because I don't want to double dip when I don't need to. So we have a couple Batman books, Carnage, Sentinel of Liberty. Okay. Saga, Poison Ivy, Little Monsters, Joker, Twig, The Ward, What If. All right, that's a lot of books, but... And there's no duplicates. I feel pretty good about all these. Let's go to week number 2. Probably, I added both of these because I'm probably not going to get this one. It'll probably be that stupid Unknown Comics variant that the shops can't order. But it's going to be on there just for now. This is probably going to be on the hot seat. This Dark Crisis World Without Justice, Superman #1. That's going to be a hot seat book, probably. New Think, New Masters, stacking that. I don't know why I keep getting that. I hear it's good, but I hate stacking books. DC vs. Vampires Crypt Edition paperback. What is that? Don't know what that is. That was probably a mistake. Right. Punisher. Wolverine. Wait, didn't we have... No. Okay. Hellfire, Wolverine, Town Called Terror, Mandalorian, Rogues, and Punisher. Okay. That makes sense. All right. Let's go to week number 3. Hellfire, Brang, Barnstormers, World's Finest, Black Adam, Blink, Catwoman, Do a Powerbomb, Grimm. 2 different Grimms. I like the Frizz and I like these reveal variants. Now, I got the last reveal variant. They didn't reveal anything on the cover. So I don't know what the heck's going on with that one. Well, that's the problem, right? That's the problem right there. Robin. Oh God, so many books. I can't even tell you how many books I dropped that ended up being really good. It's a bummer. The 2-writer approach doesn't seem like it's doing well, especially with 2 great writers. Exactly. Why is it not great? Hit that like button. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Later, Billy. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. So little red. So I'm triple dipping on this one. That's not great. One per store homage. So that one's probably not going to happen. The Kill Bill one, I like Kill Bill. And then cover A, sure. Okay, that's fine. Lonesome Hunters, Garbage Pail, Silver Coin, Shaoling, Shang Chi, Seven Sons, a great book. Rogues Gallery #1, that's a new one. Nook, Radio Apocalypse, hopefully that comes in. Okay, I'm okay with all these. Venom, Darth Vader, Star Wars, couple cover grabs. Ooh, that's a heavy week. And then the last week we have ASM, Ant-Man, Barbaric and Barbaric. I used to get those black cover books. So this might be a black cover book, although it's pretty tame for that. So we'll see. One Dark Knight. White Knight presents Kanto, Detective. I can't wait to get back into Detective. Hate This Place, Slapshot Kid. Some of these might not come in. They're kind of obscure. Elvira, Public Domain, Something's Killing the Children. Why do I have 2 of these? The Unlockable. These never come in. Obi-Wan, Swamp Thing, Variants, Venom. Ugh. All right. Well, that's it for there. I enjoy Grimm both issues. Yeah, well, I mean, it's all about what your expectations of the book are versus what you experience when you read them. Venom is by far my biggest disappointment. Yeah, Phable had a great show yesterday. It's like a little haul video that turned into this big community chat thing on Instagram. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it because I think it was brilliant. And some people were posing questions. I forget who it was. I apologize. But one of them was, what's your biggest disappointment? And what's your biggest, what books are you most excited for? Indie versus Big 2, things like that. So we had some great questions during that one. And I would agree, Venom is probably by far the biggest disappointment of the year so far. Again, it's your expectation versus reality. So if you went into a book expecting it to be bad and it was bad, that's not a disappointment. That's meeting your expectation. But if you're getting a book with a creative team you enjoy and you think it's going to be really good and then it ends up sucking, then that's considered a big disappointment. So there's a difference there, right? I think like Knights of X was brought up. A lot of people didn't like that book, but I knew it was not going to be great going in. I wanted to give it a try and it wasn't great in my opinion. So it's not a disappointment. But Venom, I went in thinking this is going to be great. Was not the case. Current Venom is karma for everyone giving Cates a hard time. I'm not on the Cates hate train. I think, and I talked about this before, I think he takes the universal constants that we take for granted in all these different things. Different runs play with different elements of each character in a different way, but some universal constants are always there. I think he purposefully looks for what those are and then destroys them and warps them. what he did with Mjolnir, what he did with the Rainbow Bridge thing, what he's doing with Hulk and Thor and stuff like that. He's taking all these things and just twisting them on purpose just to kind of poke us in ways that I was gonna say haven't been poked before, but that's weird. All right, guys, that's what is coming out. Let's see what is going on. I have a couple nails. I wanted to just promote a couple things real quick. So thanks for watching. I do haul videos every single week. I actually work with my local LCS and we do what's coming out and what's out that week. Those videos drop on Wednesdays. We have Nick at Night, my non-spoiler comic book review shows, on Fridays. And the videos I'm most proud of are my How to Get in Comic Books Today videos. There's a whole playlist for that. So if you're new to comics and you want to get into it and you want to know a little bit about the basics of getting into the hobby, there's some videos out there for you. So share those around if you have some people that you know that are new and are looking for other things. But last night we did have Dylan's Horror Show. Always be on the lookout for that. Really good time. Those guys always do a really great job. And then later tonight we have Blame Phable coming over at 6 p.m. Eastern, of course, with Big Herm and Missing Link. So they're going to be going over Ready Player One. So be on the lookout for that as well. So what else is going on in the chat right now before I go off here? Yeah, exactly. Yep, he was like, Herm's not around. I'm going to do like one of the best IG lives I've ever done. But hit up on the replay, man. Hit up on the replay. Listen, guys, we went way over. I appreciate you spending some time with me on this Sunday, especially on Father's Day. Go visit family, make those phone calls, say hi to everybody. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys next time. See you around.